Alright, it's Sunday, September 2nd, 2012. It's about 4:45 in the afternoon. I got off work early today, so I'm going to do a little trout fishing up here in Tioga County. As you can see, the streams are a trickle, except for the big holes, but I'm hoping I might be able to pull something out today. So I'm going to start right here up at this hole and see what I can catch. Alright, my first cast, and I'm hooked up to a little trout. Looks like it might be a rainbow. And there's a couple other trout swimming around right next to it, so getting the hook out is going to be a little bit of a challenge here. I guess I'll just try to sneak up to the side. Little rainbow trout. Alright, I'm hooked up to my second trout. This one looks like a brown. I missed a really big brown trout. Came up and took a swipe at my bait, but he didn't swallow it. Nice healthy brown trout. Alright, I'm hooked up again. This one's a rainbow. Nice size rainbow trout. Well, I landed those three fish, and then they pretty much stopped biting. They pretty much got the whole idea that I was there and fishing for them. Like I said, it was pretty hard to hide when you have to get right up against the creek like that. But trout can be caught in these conditions like these. I'm using 4-pound test. You want to use really light line. You want to use really small hooks. I haven't used anything bigger than a size 12, and just enough weight to cast. I'm just using a little power bait grub type thing, and like I said, it landed me those three trout. I'm going to give that little hole a rest, and I'm going to head upstream to another spot I know of and see if there's any trout up there. Alright, so I'm here at my second spot on this creek. Really the only other spot I'm probably going to be able to fish today. Nothing else has water in it, as you can see. It's all dry. There's a little trickle over here. I fished this back in early May, and I mean it was a flowing creek. And now here in September, it's just a trickle. This is basically a puddle, just like the other hole I was fishing. We haven't had rain all summer really, so I'll see if there's any trout in here. Well, my first cast, and I'm hooked up to a trout. Getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. This one looks like a little rainbow. It's my fourth trout of the day. Pretty colors on this fish. My next cast I hooked up again, but this just looks like a big bluegill. It's a really fat bluegill. Could get some nice fillets off him, but I'm going to get him back in the water and see if there's any more fish in here. Well, that last spot wasn't working out too well for me. I caught another little tiny bluegill, but that was it. So I came up the road a little bit and came down onto some state forest land. That's what I was riding to get down here. So there's another creek that flows through here that I've caught some natives out of before, so I'll get back here and hopefully the water's high enough that I can fish a couple spots real quick and might hook into something. Well, I came up to this creek here and the water's low, but at least it's flowing. So I'm gonna head down here right by this dam. Let's see if I can get a hook up on tape. Grab my bait. Just a little grub looking thing. Now, I'm gonna crouch down when I get close to the water so that the trout don't see me. And I'm gonna drop a cast in right here. This water is crystal clear. I just had a hit. Missed the fish, and now my line's all tangled. Get the camera back on in a second when I fix this mess. Well, didn't catch any trout back down at that spot. Caught a little bluegill, but that was it. So I'm gonna work my way upstream here and see if there's a couple other spots I could fish. Hopefully I'll be able to tie into something, but it's just really nice to be able to be out here. It's really beautiful out. You know, it's still really warm. It's just nice to be outside. But I'll get back with you when I get to another spot upstream. Alright, so I found a stretch I want to fish. So what I'm going to do now is slowly approach from the downstream side. And I'm going to crouch down because this water is crystal clear and super low. And I'm going to stop short of the edge of the water, well short of the edge of the water, and just continually cast upstream, starting with the bottom part of this little run, and then work my way upstream. That way, if I do hook a fish, I can bring it back downstream here to me, and it won't spook any fish that are still holding upstream. So we'll see if there's anything in here. Alright, so I've reached my last spot upstream here. Gonna get a cast in the water. And I'm hoping there might be one in here. I missed one farther downstream. Alright, I'm hooked up with my 5th trout of the day. Another rainbow. Caught it on a spinner. Well, I'm going to call it quits for today. It's starting to get a little bit dark and I'm really hungry. Overall, it was a really good day of fishing. I caught a limit out here on this creek in Tioga County. Had a pretty fun day, and hopefully I can get back out tomorrow. Again, it's the day before Labor Day, and caught a limit of trout, so I'm pretty happy.